and welcome. It's that special time of the year when the air feels lighter, colors brighter, and hearts a little warmer in the Christmas season. We bring you this edition of The Shipper, wrapped with stories of progress, innovation, and the spirit of renewal that the season represents. The era of pushing paper files is over. That's the objective of the federal government's directive towards digitization of all aspects of its multifaceted operations. Nigerian Shippers Council, tackling this directive head-on, has just officially launched its enterprise content management system with great fanfare and an enviable guest list at the occasion. Who was there? What was it all about? That's going to be the crux of today's program. Our peek into our tidbit segment will also feature. So settle in, grab something warm if you can, and let's unwrap today's edition together. We shall be right back.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas and Happy Year in advance.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
We'll live forevermore because of Christmas Day.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
Welcome back. This is The Shipper, your must-watch program for concise, up-to-date news and information about the nation's maritime industry. Proudly brought to you by Nigerian Shippers Council, the nation's port economic regulator. I am Victoria Yavala. Enterprise Content Management System is essentially a digital platform that enhances administrative efficiency, transparency, and service delivery. This stands as a game changer for the maritime industry and places Nigeria's maritime sector in the league of leading maritime nations. With the benefits of improved accountability, increased efficiency, and enhanced competitiveness, this system effectively positions Nigerian Shippers Council as an innovative pioneer in Nigeria's digital transformational journey. Having broken down the value of the Enterprise Content Management System, let's now hand the ropes over to Lucy Yambi as she presents the full story of the launch as captured by our correspondents.
The official launch of the Nigerian Shippers Council's Enterprise Content Management System attracted top government personalities and took place in a remarkably festive atmosphere. Speaking at the event, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator Dr. George Akume, CON, commended the Council for aligning with the federal government's directive requiring all ministries, departments and agencies to digitize their operations by the end of 2025. He noted that this initiative is integral to the government's ease of doing business agenda.
I am delighted to join you for the launch of the Nigerian Shippers Council's Enterprise Content Management System, ECMS. Today's occasion represents more than an institutional achievement. It is a bold statement of the federal government's determination to modernize public administration through integrated digital governance. Let me emphasize an important point. The ECMS is not an external-facing service platform. Rather, it is a sophisticated internal tool designed to eliminate deficiencies, delays, opacity that often accompany paper-based processes and manual workflows. By strengthening internal coordination, documentation integrity, and operational transparency, the system will greatly enhance the Council's overall regulatory effectiveness and the quality of service ultimately delivered to stakeholders. The system's solid threads, secure approval processes, workflow automation, and centralized document repository reflect global best practices. These features We ensure greater accountability, reduce discretionary bottlenecks, and enable the Council to respond to industry challenges with speed and precision. I commend Dr. Akuta for leading the Nigerian Shippers Council to demonstrate leadership among NDS in fulfilling the presidential mandate on digital records management. This effort contributes directly to the ease of doing business and to the broader strategy of modernizing government operations. I once again commend in a very special way the Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy for his patriotic and productive service to the nation.
His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola CON, Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy Ministry, hailed the deployment of the ECMS as timely, while also emphasizing that the maritime sector is increasingly reliant on technology to speed up operations and enhance efficiency.
The ECMS we unveil today is a critical component of this transformation. Although designed primarily for internal workflow and records management, its impact on service delivery will be far-reaching by eliminating paper-based processes, reducing manual handling, and minimizing bureaucratic bottlenecks. This system will strengthen the institutional efficiency and enable the Council to deliver predictable, transparent, and high-quality regulatory services. It represents a decisive shift towards a more agile, accountable, and autonomy-driven organization. With automated workflows, secure approvals, centralized information management, and real-time task tracking, the ECMS will significantly reduce turnaround times and ensure that the Council interventions are timely and professionally executed. This transformation aligns seamlessly with the Ministry's board's agenda of improving port performance, reducing inefficiencies, and enhancing Nigerian competitiveness in regional and global trade. Our commitment to trade facilitation is already evident in the far-reaching reforms being implemented under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. We have successfully tackled the long-standing Papa gridlock, restoring sanity to all of the country's busiest trade corridors, and improving cargo evacuation efficiency. The federal government has also approved a comprehensive program for port upgrade and modernization across the country, an ambitious initiative aimed at enhancing capacity, improving cargo handling efficiency, and ensuring our ports meet international standards.
The head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Mrs. Didi Esther Wilson Jack, OON, was delighted that Nigerian Shippers Council was the first agency to formally invite her to an ECMS launch. She reaffirmed that the initiative aligns with the federal government's digitization directive to all MDAs. After outlining what the system does, she emphasized the importance of capacity building for council staff.
The Nigerian Shippers Council, as you all know, is the apex regulatory body responsible for protecting the interests of shippers, ensuring efficient and effective maritime trade, monitoring port operations, enhancing competitiveness, and facilitating smooth logistics across the Nigerian marine and blue economy space. By coordinating the shipping industry and ensuring compliance with regulatory frameworks, the Council contributes significantly to national trade facilitation, economic growth, and revenue optimization. As you all well know, the Federal Civil Service is currently undergoing a digital transformation. Digitalization, if I dare say, is the adoption and integration of digital technologies into all aspects of operations, fundamentally changing how organizations work, deliver services, manage information, and interact with stakeholders. It is about transforming business models, increasing efficiency, ensuring transparency, and improving decision making.
The Executive Secretary, Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian Shippers Council, Dr. Pius Akuta, MON, described the ECMS as a tool that fully aligns with the Council's digitization goals. Designed to tackle bottlenecks affecting public institutions, he encouraged staff to own it.
Today marks a transformative moment in our institution's history as we take a decisive step towards building a paperless, efficient, and digitally empowered regulatory organization. Following the directive of Mr. President and as anchored also by the Head of Civil Service of the Federation and as committed by the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, we realize that the Ecms is a core pillar of our digital transformation agenda. It is an internal workflow and record management tool designed to eliminate the delays, manual file movement, and bureaucratic bottlenecks that have long hampered public institutions. While it is not targeted at external stakeholders, it is an essential enabler of better service delivery to them. By improving the speed, accountability, and transparency of our internal processes, we are strengthening the foundation of our regulatory role within the maritime and blue economy sector. The system provides automated workflows, secure digital approvals, a unified archive of documents, and real-time performance dashboards. These features will ensure that tasks are executed promptly and monitored, responsibilities are clearly tracked, and information is safeguarded and easily accessible. This launch is a response to the Presidential Directive and Head of Service mandate for all MDAs to fully digitize administrative operations by the end of 2025. We are proud to be among the early adopters, demonstrating that this transformation is not only possible but essential.
One of Council's key facilitators on this milestone project, the National President, Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, NASIMA, Engineer Jani Ibrahim, expressed confidence that the Marine and Blue Economy Ministry will play a vital role in helping the government achieve its projected $1 trillion economy by 2030.
One of our champion projects that we are pushing is the $1 trillion economy by 2030. And we feel very certain that the marine and blue economy will be a major contributor, to that. So we are very, very keen, because every time they ask us, how do we achieve it? Now today we are pointing His Excellency, the Honorable Minister, that yes, we are behind you as you lead, your own area, to contribute handsomely, to that $1 trillion economy by 2030. And this is a very good step. We welcome it. We want to assure you that you have NASIMA and the organized private sector, as partners, in this very, very laudable objective. And I'm sure that the resources and the opportunities in the marine and the blue economy is vast. What we are also trying to distill in NASIMA, because based on the conference we had last week, is to see how that can penetrate to the grassroots, to take it down to the grassroots. We have a very important paper that has been produced, which we shall make available to you, to see how it can get to the grassroots. And there's a lot of opportunities in that respect. And I'm sure with the presence of His Excellency, the Secretary to the Government of Federation, also pushing, Made in Nigeria project, we will be able to achieve all those laudable objectives that have been set for us all.
The Director General, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, Dr. Dayo Mobirela, who was represented by Hajia Modinot Jimo, while commending Nigerian Shippers Council for being the first agency under the Marine and Blue Economy Ministry to launch the use of the Enterprise Content Management System, said his agency is also following the Council's steps.
MASA actually congratulate the Governing Council, the ES, the entire management staff of Shippers Council on this landmark achievement and both steps towards full digital transformation. The initiative to modernize operations to the ECM is both timely and commendable, aligning perfectly with the current administration's national agenda for a more efficient and data-centric public service. This drive marks a significant step towards strengthening digital governance, information security, enhancing transparency, collaboration, and improving service delivery and operational efficiency within the council and the maritime sector in general. And in Masa, we are equally taking deliberate and strategic steps to actualize the content management system as a key component of a broader digital transformation roadmap for the agency. The agency remains committed to advancing electronic record management, automation workflow, and improving service delivery in line with the federal government and head of service directive on the full digitalization of ministries, departments, and agency. We therefore regard Shippers Council's launch as a complementary effort that will reinforce our shared vision for a modern, seamless, technology-driven maritime industry.
In an interview with the shipper, Dr. Simon Akaya, an associate professor at the University of Lagos, described ECMS's initiative as a policy in the right direction.
The Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, one of the key pillars of the ministry is digitalization, and I'm happy to be one of the people that witnessed for the first time in the history of this country that an agency under the ministry have implemented the directives of the federal government and the mandate of the head of civil service of the federation. That all parastatals agencies should go paperless. And I'm proud that the head of civil service, the secretary of government of the federation, and the minister himself acknowledged that the fact that the Nigerian Shippers Council is the first of all agencies that have implemented this mandate. And to us, it's a boost because this country is such that it cannot be better if all of us are not contributing. And we are proud, of the achievement of His Excellency Dr. Pius Okuta, who is watching this ministry and who is breaking these barriers and making our economy better. So it's a huge contribution to the Nigerian Shippers Council.
With this official launch, the maritime sector is set for visible transformations to the benefits of all stakeholders, including the federal government.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
We'll live forevermore because of Christmas Day.
This marks the beginning of the end of endless costly delays in goods clearance and other services within the nation's maritime industry, especially with a call to staff of Nigerian Shippers Council to embrace and sustain the discipline required to transition smoothly into this modern, paperless and efficient regulatory environment. Let's now join Maria Uwekule on our Tidbit segment.
Hello and welcome to the Tidbit segment on The Shipper. I am Maria Uwekule, here with the latest developments and key updates from the maritime and blue economy space. Let's begin. Nigeria's push towards a sustainable marine and blue economy received a major boost as stakeholders converged at the inaugural International Conference and Trade Exhibition on Marine and Blue Economy, hosted by the Institute of Maritime Studies, Niger Delta University. The Executive Secretary and CEO of the Nigerian Shippers Council, Dr. Pius Okuta, MON, has emphasized that strong multi-holder partnerships remain essential for driving sustainable growth in the marine and blue economy sector. Represented by the Director Consumer Affairs Department, Mrs. Ife Okolwe, Dr. Okuta delivered a goodwill message highlighting the Council's mandate as Nigeria's port economic regulator. He noted that the blue economy presents vast opportunities for economic diversification, job creation, improved maritime security, and stronger community resilience across the Niger Delta coastal corridor. The chairman of IMABEC 2025, Honorable Idu Timi Komonibo, also addressed participants, describing the blue economy as a new frontier that transcends oil dependence. He said the sector opens pathways for innovation, sustainability, maritime entrepreneurship, coastal infrastructure, renewable energy, fisheries, logistics, and tourism. The 3-day event was rounded off with a colorful gala night where individuals and institutions were honored for their contributions to the sector. Dr. Pius Akuta received an award for his significant contribution towards efforts in promoting a sustainable marine and blue economy, particularly for his leadership in resolving disputes within the maritime community, an achievement that has further boosted the Council's visibility and impact. The Nigerian Shippers Council has received recognition for outstanding service in the maritime space. Organizers say the conference successfully deepened dialogue among stakeholders and set the tone for accelerating the development of a resilient blue economy in line with Nigeria's broader economic diversification agenda. We encourage you to follow our social media pages at NG Shippers on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube for more of our latest updates, events, and information. Let's take a look at our complaints register for the week. The Nigerian Shippers Council has received 4 complaints. 2 have been resolved, while 2 are still ongoing. These cases include refund stoppage, action refund deposits, inability to clear container, and double jetty fee charge. We urge our stakeholders to visit our website at www.shipperscouncil.gov.ng for more information or to lodge their concerns. Now, let's switch our focus to our international maritime news. A fire aboard the container ship Ocean Network Express triggered a major multi-agency response at the port of Los Angeles, briefly shutting down terminals and forcing the evacuation of crew members. Officials said the blaze, initially reported as an electrical fire below deck, was contained to a single cargo hold. The ship was moved to an offshore anchorage where fireboats continued cooling operations. The Coast Guard established a safety zone around the vessel and conducted stability and hazmat assessments as the salvors secured the scene. LAFD Assistant Chief Carlos Cavillo said firefighters confronted largely accessible compartments below deck, requiring extensive coordination. No injuries were reported, though nearby residents were urged to close windows due to smoke. Dozens of containers were affected, and officials said that the number may have risen following an onboard explosion that knocked out power and forced crew to remain on upper decks. Drones and aircraft helped track heat and monitor the spread. All crew members were ultimately accounted for. That brings us to the end of this week's segment of Tidbits on the Shipper. See you again next week with more insights from the maritime industry.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas and Happy Year in advance.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year in advance.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.
We'll live forevermore because of Christmas Day.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
We drop anchor once again, confident that you've had an enlightening and educative journey with us. Do feel free to visit our social media handles to drop your comments, questions, and inquiries at NG Shippers. As we've sailed into the heart of the Christmas season, we wish you moments of peace, reflections of joy, and the gentle reassurance that better days are ahead. From all of us here at The Shipper, may your celebrations be bright, your homes filled with warmth, and your path lit with hope. Till next time, to have a joyous celebration.